Good morning, my name is David Lane. I'm with Bulldog Rooter. Today's date is February 2nd, 2017. And I'm about to perform a video inspection of the main line of 469 West Shoshone Pl here in Spokane, Washington. What we're looking at here is the city sewer. This main line is about 130 feet long. The city sewer is looking real nice, real clean. I'm going to start to pull back, and you'll always be able to tell where the bottom of the pipe is by where my light is at, and also by where the water is flowing. As I pull back, you'll see I'll pull into a cement hub, and the hub is what connects a main line to the city sewer. The homeowner is responsible for everything from the hub back. Alrighty, I'm going to start pulling back now. There's the hub, that little cement piece. And here's I talked to the customer about this. This is the root intrusion. It's going to be real hard to get to. This is a 6-inch pipe. We use a tandem cable, and I explained this to the customer, but you would be spending quite a bit for not a lot of reward. This root intrusion is nothing to be too concerned about. It's not impeding the flow of water. The bottom of the pipe is actually there at the bottom left-hand side of the screen. I'm actually on a groove here. So yeah. And that root intrusion there is probably the only root intrusion you will see during this video inspection of 130 feet. I'm going to start to pull back, passing 126 feet. The only sure way to get that root intrusion would be with our high-powered jetter. This being a 6-inch line, it's hard to fit our 4-inch cutter blade down a 4-inch line, especially this line in some spots, which you'll see later. I don't know, it'd be too great for the line, so just wanted to kind of clarify that. Going to continue to pull back here, passing 122 feet. This is an old cast iron line. It's cast iron all the way to the house. And you don't see that very often anymore. Cast iron lines have probably the best longevity, or the longest lifespan you'll see out of most of the main lines here in Spokane and the Pacific Northwest. Cast iron has a life expectancy of 100, 150, sometimes 200 years. Very, very tough stuff for sure. Some of the alternatives are, clay tile pipe, which each joint in a clay tile pipe is real problematic. It seems to be they're the most problematic areas. As you can see, the cast iron's just laid, and the joints look real sweet. You can barely tell where they're at. Passing 114 feet now. Or as another alternative would be Orangeburg. Orangeburg pipe its life expectancy is 50 to 70 years, so you can just see the difference there in life expectancies. It's probably the most problematic line we see. Very seldom do we see full cast iron pipes. They're the old guys, but they're tough. I guess the most problematic area for a cast iron pipe is the bottom of the pipe, where the water continues to run over and over and over again. It tends to pit more than the other pieces, and you can see right here when we drop into a little bit of water there, that's a pretty big pit there. We pull right out of it. It's actually a transition there. Looks like from 6 to 4 inch right there. So that's another reason why the water's pooling. Pooling water in your line can be problematic because it accumulates solids and does not let them flow out to the city sewer where they belong. And over time, those solids accumulate and cause blockages. We call those sludge blockages, and they happen and they happen more often when people use flushable wipes, anything that goes down the line that shouldn't go down there, feminine paper products, anything like that can cause serious backups, and over time can cost a lot of money to fix. Continue to pull back. This line looks sweet. We come into a little bit of water there. It's a pit. You can see how it pitted out, and that's going to be where some solids and things collect. It's not too significant, but you can see how maybe the bigger ones could cause more problems. Continue to pull back. Right there, about 96 feet, another line ties in. Continuing to pull back here. Passing 94 feet now. You can see the groove down the center of the line. That's normal with old cast iron pipes. Just over time, you know, I kind of think of it as like a rock. Over time, kind of gets shaped with the flow of water. It's kind of what happens with the old cast iron pipe. You can see my cable marks, the grooves on the side there. Passing 88 feet now. Coming into a little bit of water. Also, another reason why there might be standing water is a grade issue. Over time, the line settles, and what we like to see is a 1/4 inch per linear foot drop. That's sufficient grade for your liquid and solids to wash out to the city sewer. Over time, that grade is lost, and again, that's what we call a belly, and standing water occurs when that happens. Continuing to pull back now. Passing 80 feet now. Bit more pitting there at the bottom, the trough. But you can see there's not very much water standing there. It means it's flowing out to the city sewer, which is good. Continuing to pull back here. You can see how it just grooves the bottom of the pipe, especially when my camera's running along the bottom. It's a good picture of the pits. The actual center bottom of the pipe is on the left-hand side, bottom left-hand side of the screen. I'm riding the wall now. Continuing to pull back here, passing 64 feet. You can see my blade really kicked up a lot of the built up sediment and on the bottom of the pipe there. Kicked it up onto the walls. I just got done cabling this line. I'm impressed though. This line overall is in great condition. You can see the pitting there in the trough is a little bit more pronounced, and the more pronounced it gets, the more the water tends to flow down that trough, and then you know, over time that seems to trough more. You can see, because it literally just the water almost just makes a valley there in the pipe. You'll see closer to the clean out here, there's a bit of a little bit of a problem for concern, and we'll address that when we come to it. We're passing in 48 feet now. Going around a bend. Real sweet transition. And another one here at 44 feet. Continue to pull back, passing 38 feet now. When I arrived at the home, there was water standing in the clean out I'm working out of and pulled around the floor drain here in the basement. Those wisps that you see is actually methane gas there in the pipe. First time I saw that, I was kind of amazed. You can see the trough being pronounced more there in the bottom of the pipe. Of course, it's in the left-hand side of the screen where the water is pouring. I'm riding, the camera's riding right down the center of it. Just past 24 feet. Passing 20 feet now. Line looks real nice. Overall, the water's flowing well. You know, there's just pools here and there, but overall, this piping. Now you can see that stair step up, that shelf there on the left-hand side. There's where a line ties in here at 16 feet. I think that's where the other clean out comes in. The clean out over on the other side of the house in the other room. There's another one. But you can see how how it's more pronounced, where the pipe is not as round as it was further down the line. The shelf almost stair steps up. You see that. Continue to pull back. It almost becomes like walls on the side of the pipe. Continue to pull back, and you see the trough there. Much more pronounced. The pipe has actually lost its shape in places. You see where that other line ties in almost. You know, my camera lens is 1.5 inches thick, and it's taller than my camera lens. You can see where that other line ties in. The water just over time has literally just washed the pipe away. You see I kicked it up, and here's where I was talking about. This is an actual hole in the line. It's all the way deteriorated. I'm going to go forward and push back through that. My camera lens is 1.5 inches thick, and we're completely under, so we know that this hole is at least 1.5 inches deep or more. Let's pop up out of it. Get my camera lens washed off. Yeah. Sorry about that. I'm the muck from the camera on there. Just one moment, I'm going to run some water. Try to wash this into that camera off. There we go. Sorry about that, folks. Let that water run by us for a second. There we are. There's where that shelf ties in from that line I noted earlier, and we're about 6.5 feet from the clean out, more towards 6 feet actually. And we're about to go in that depression. I'm going to try to skip across it. But you can see it drop there. That's where the whole bottom of the pipe is gone. So that actually is, it starts at 4.5 feet. And ends I'm gonna say it's about a foot long, 1.5 feet long. Pretty significant. If I remember correctly, we drop into another one. Just a minor one compared to that last one. And I seem to be wrong. Sorry about that. Continuing to pull back here. And now we're coming up the clean out that I've been working out of. Again, my name is David Lane. I'm with Bulldog Rooter. Today's date is February 2nd, 2017. Thanks for choosing Bulldog Rooter.